Joel Embiid is unlikely to play tomorrow per Underdog NBA, the Dunk Central. If he misses 9 more games, he'd be disqualified from the MVP race. Now, before I get into what I think about the MVP race or whether or not we care, I want to talk about the injury that he's dealing with right now, because it's not the same one that he was dealing with a couple of days ago. What is going on, everybody? Thanks for being here. This is Run It Back Philly. We talk Sixers almost every single day right here. If that sounds interesting to you, subscribe to the channel. Give me 500 likes on the video. Let's get into it. So after the Sixers' embarrassing loss over the weekend, without Joel Embiid, without a couple players, but just a sheer lack of effort and just a pathetic showing, Nick Nurse put them through a training camp style of practice. Joel Embiid did not participate in that. He was putting up some free throws with a knee brace on. All right. Keith Pompey said that Nick Nurse said that he hopes Joel Embiid is able to practice Tuesday. All right. Today is Tuesday. Joel Embiid did not practice again today. Shout out to my dude, One Young Za. You might be right. I put out a clip on Instagram and Twitter from the show last night with me and RB saying, are you nervous about Joel Embiid's injuries kind of piling up right now? And let me know in the comments of this video if you are nervous. Is this just a little dinger, a little stinger? Or are you starting to say, here we go again? You know, rolled the ankle, out a couple games, comes back against the Knicks, steps on Hartenstein's foot the first second of the game, tweaks the ankle again, plays the whole game chasing a 30-10 record, but doesn't look like himself the whole game. It was a -29. Sixers get killed in that game. And now he has knee swelling, and he told the staff a couple of days ago that he tweaked his knee early in the game. So you got the rolled ankle, then you tweak the ankle after missing a couple games, and now you got to tweak the knee, and you have knee swelling. Are you nervous that the Joel Embiid injury chain is beginning and will continue towards the playoffs? I mean, there's no reason for us not to be nervous about it. It happens every year. Maybe you could talk me off the ledge in the comments. The thing that I'm really questioning is, you know, in the beginning of the season, Nick Nurse said he wants Joel Embiid to play more. And we were like, whoa, why do you want him to do that? You know what I mean? And he's played more. He's played more back-to-backs this year. He's played more minutes this year, and he's been absolutely dominating. But there's been that narrative or that opinion from a certain section of the fan base that thinks you're playing him too much, and he's going to wear down, and he's going to begin to get injured. And in the Knicks game, he tweaked his ankle. I can't get over it. There's no reason for him to play that game. A regular season game in the beginning of January, he tweaks his ankle the first play and is limping around, and he plays the whole game? Why? Let me know. Let me know what you... I really hope that Nick Nurse is not running Joel Embiid into the ground. So we got the Atlanta Hawks tomorrow night without Joel Embiid. We're still here. You know I put out the video saying everybody calm down. When the Sixers are healthy, I feel like they can compete with anybody. We'll see what the injury report looks like tomorrow, because Covington was out the other day with an illness, and we were still missing DeAnthony Melton. I think DeAnthony Melton did practice today. They expect him to play tomorrow, so we get a little bit of scoring back and a little bit of perimeter defense back in DeAnthony Melton. But we are playing again without Joel Embiid, and the Sixers without Joel Embiid this year are absolutely putrid. We are 2-0 against the Atlanta Hawks this season. Joel has dropped 32-8, and then he dropped 38-14 against the Hawks. So we have not played the Hawks yet this season without Joel Embiid. I do go back to a nice Houston win without Joel on December 29th, where Maxey dropped 42. So playing the Hawks without Joel Embiid, I know Maxey had 25 and 10 last game. It wasn't great efficiency, and we got nothing from the rest of the team. I would love to see Maxey have one of these games, you know, where he drops 35 or 40 against the Hawks and we beat them without Joel Embiid. It's a good test for the team playing without him. You know, I know I say it doesn't matter if you play without him or with him because you're going to need him in the playoffs no matter what. You're not winning a championship without Joel Embiid, but people have a good point when they say that, yeah, but you want to be able to survive a game or two without him in the playoffs because he gets these injuries like the ones that he has now. And in the playoffs, if he rolls an ankle or something and you go 2 games without him, you want to be able to like go 1-1 in those games. So it's a good test for the Sixers tomorrow night, against the Atlanta Hawks, playing without Joel Embiid. And of course, with Joel Embiid missing these games with the ankle and the knee, he is now number 2 on MVP list behind Nikola Jokic once again. And it's really looking like we're going to have another one of those seasons where they give the MVP to Nikola Jokic and they argue that availability is the best ability. Like, flat out, who's the most valuable player? The Sixers are absolutely dog shit without Joel Embiid this season. And when they have Joel Embiid and everybody's healthy, they are a contender. That is clearly the most valuable player. But if he misses 9 more games throughout the season, he will not be eligible to win MVP, and they will give it to Nikola Jokic. We will then, of course, be rooting for SGA to win MVP. I mean, what a story anyway. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, you know, coming from LA where Doc Rivers didn't want to play the young bull, traded him, and now he's doing what he's doing in OKC. It's going to be fun out there in the West. I would love to see an OKC Clippers playoff series somehow. But I'd be rooting for SGA if Joel Embiid is disqualified for the MVP race. Also, we don't give a fuck anymore. We don't care if Joel Embiid wins the MVP award anymore. He won it last year. They threw a celebration. He was crying and giving a speech. And in the back of our minds, we were kind of like, yeah, okay, but fuck this, dude. Nobody gives a shit. You know, you've been injured in the playoffs how many years in a row? It was hard to really be that excited or happy for him last year, winning the MVP award and doing the little speech and having the celebration when we were just like, bro, we just want you to be healthy for the playoffs. We don't give a fuck about an MVP. So I don't care about the MVP anymore. I actually hope he's disqualified for it so we don't have to talk about it. Give it to Jokic. Give it to whoever. It's literally meaningless. We need Joel Embiid healthy for the playoffs. If he's not healthy for the playoffs this year, it's over. And I sincerely mean that. Last season, we were saying blow it up. And then they fired Doc Rivers, and they gave us a little bit more hope by bringing Nick Nurse in here. And then Daryl Morey pulled off the James Harden trade, and that kind of created a little bit of leeway to say, okay, give us a little bit more time to try again. If Joel Embiid is not healthy in the playoffs this season, it is over. Blow it up. I am not exaggerating. That's all I got, man. Thanks for tuning in. Y'all have a great day. I'm out of here.